This is Standard Voice Television News. I am Ibrahim Josara with today's news. In today's bulletin, Governor Bello Muhammad Matawale has condoled with the family of late Emir of Namoda. NCDC boss enjoined the Governor of Kano State, Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, to keep fit. Dangote Foundation contracts 54 molecular diagnostics to help contain COVID-19 in Kano State. And on the international scene, Trump says more needs to be done to ease economic ease of coronavirus pandemic. And now the news in detail. Governor Bello Muhammad Matawale Maradun expressed sadness on the sudden passing away of Alhaji Ahmad Muhammad Asha, the Emir of Namoda, in the early hours of Sunday. Governor Bello Matawale, who was visibly shaken by the news, expressed total submission to the Almighty Allah, who decides when and how he takes away his servant. While condoling the family and people of Namoda Emirate, Governor Matawale said on behalf of himself, his family, the government and the people of Zamfara State, he expressed shock over the death and condoled the family and the people of Namoda Emirate over the irreparable loss. While condoling the family and people of Namoda Emirate, Governor Matawale said on behalf of himself, his family, the government and the people of Zamfara State, he expressed shock over the death and condoled the family and the people of Namoda Emirate over the irreparable loss. Governor Matawale extolled the good qualities of the deceased emir, who he described as a good leader, very resourceful, ever jovial and very generous. He said the state has lost a father whose fatherly role and advices were taken dear by his administration until he died. The governor called on all citizens in the state to use this sacred month of Ramadan to pray for the repose of the soul of the late emir and pray that Allah has mercy on his soul. The emir died in the early hours of Sunday at the age of 71. His younger brother, Abdul Karim Ahmad Asha, the Danjekan Namoda, told Daily Trust that the emir had battled diabetes and hypertension for a long time. He spent like 4 days in his palace responding to treatment when the illness struck again and was taken to Yariman Bakura Specialist Hospital, where he died after 3 days of admission. He worked as Director of Finance and Treasurer in many local government areas of the state, including Namoda, Gusau, and Maru, before he was appointed as Emir of Namoda in 2004. He is survived by 3 wives and 11 children. Among his children is Sanusi Muhammad Asha of the Nigerian Army, currently serving in Maiduguri, Borno State. 2 biological sisters, Binta Husseini and Biliki Husseini, who are from Konni town in Niger Republic, were allegedly arrested by the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps because of their relationship with the leader of bandits in Bagega Forest in Anka local government area of Zamfara State, known as Shaho, and his friend Gigi. The 2 sisters live in Sabongari area in Kauranamo, the local government area of Zamfara State. They are from Konni town in Niger Republic and live with their parents who weave and sell mats. They were arrested in Bagega village along with an Okada rider, a commercial motorcyclist, and were invited by bandits to come and sleep with them. One of the sisters said the bandits asked the motorcyclists to bring them to their place in order to sleep with them. The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Sadia Umar Farouk, has expressed sadness over the death of Emir of Kauran Namoda, Alhaji Ahmad Muhammad Asha, the Sarikin Kiawa of Kauran Namoda. While commiserating with his family, the people of Kauran Namoda Emirate, and the government of Zamfara State, Sadia Umar Farouk said that his role as a father figure would be missed by all, including herself as an indigene of Zamfara North Central Zone, where his domain is located. The minister recalled that the late 71-year-old monarch has made tremendous impact on the lives of countless people beyond his domain in Zamfara State as a public servant who worked in the treasuries of many local government areas in the state, and prayed to the Almighty Allah to grant him an abode in heaven. She said he had an illustrious public service career, which was crowned by his appointment as an emir about 16 years ago in recognition of his meritorious and excellent leadership quality and honesty in public service. Hajia Sadia Umar Farouk noted that there is huge consolation to his family, the people of Zamfara State, especially those in his domain, that he lived a clean life of service and died with an enviable clean record. Impressed by Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje's real commitment in the unrelenting fight against genuine response against the deadly COVID-19, the Director General of the Center for Disease Control, NCDC, Dr. Chikwe Ikwazu, commended the governor and requested him to perceive himself and keep fit. The NCDC boss, who noted that the governor and his deputy were always on the field, advised them to take things easy. Dr. Ikwazu made this request at the official presentation of the mobile testing center donated by the chairman Dangote Foundation, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, that took place at Muhammadu Buhari Specialist Hospital, Giginyu, Kano State on Sunday. The NCDC boss continued that there was no magic to the outbreak, adding that one can see every other country. The NCDC boss continued that there was no magic to the outbreak, adding that one can see every other country struggling, and advised the government and other people to keep fit to maintain the marathon as it proceeds. The death has been announced of the German Kano, Professor Isa Hashim, at the age of 86. A family member of the deceased, Aliyu Ibrahim, said Hashim's health deteriorated in recent days and suddenly died. His remains had already been buried in accordance with Islamic rites. Alhaji Hashim, a professor of political science, was a senior lecturer with Bayero University, Kano, BUK, where he taught for many years before his retirement. Hashim's death came barely 24 hours after the death of Emir of Rano, Alhaji Abubakar Tafida. Nasarawa State Governor Engineer Abdullahi Sule has disclosed that 788 Almajiri are being evacuated to their home states as a demonstration of love and concern for the children who are mostly underaged. Engineer Sule made this known while bidding farewell to the first batch of the Almajiri to be evacuated from the Southern Senatorial Zone at a ceremony at the Government Science Secondary School, Lafia, on Sunday. The governor said his administration is approaching the evacuation of Almajiri back to their home states in a manner that signified love and care for the children. According to him, the gesture was born out of the love the northern governors have for the children. Engineer Sule stressed that there is no better time to return the Almajiri back to their parents than now, when the coronavirus pandemic is ravaging the whole world. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control, NCDC, has expressed fears that the number of coronavirus cases in the country will continue to rise for the next few months. This hint came as the lockdown imposed on the Federal Capital Territory, Lagos and Ogun states ends at 11:59 p.m. on Monday. The Director General, NCDC, Dr. Chikwe Ikpazu, told Sunday Punch in an interview that the number of cases was likely to increase given the increasing capacity to find and test more cases. The Director General, NCDC, Dr. Chikwe Ikpazu, told Sunday Punch in an interview that the number of cases was likely to increase given the increasing capacity to find and test more cases. The Central Bank of Nigeria has directed all banks the immediate suspension of the laying off of staff in commercial banks. The Apex Bank reached the critical decision after its Bankers Committee meeting of 2nd May 2020. In a statement shortly after its meeting, CBN Director of Corporate Communications, Isaac Okorofo, said should it be absolutely necessary for any bank to do so, the approval of the Central Bank of Nigeria must be sought. President Muhammadu Buhari has condoled with Governor Aminu Bello Masari of Katsina State over the death of his mother-in-law, Hajia Fatima Ibrahim Maude, aged 72. In a condolence message to the governor and his second wife, Hajia Zakia Aminu Bello Masari, the president told the Katsina First Lady that he is saddened by the loss of Hajia Fatima Tagari, describing her as a highly respected mother and a worthy role model to her children and grandchildren. The Director General, Center for Disease Control, NCDC, Dr. Chikwe Ikwazu, does not see Nigeria and the rest of the world returning to normalcy until next year, at the very least after the COVID-19 pandemic. But Vice President Yemi Osibanjo is optimistic that the country will emerge from the crisis economically stronger. The Vice President and the Director General spoke at the platform, an annual event organized by the Poju Oyemade Covenant Nation, at the weekend. Dr. Ikwazu said Nigeria, like other countries, is faced with a difficult reality that will take some time to go away. And on the international scene, U.S. President Donald Trump consults with White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows and counselor to the President Hope Hicks during a commercial break as the president participates in a live Fox News channel virtual town hall called American Together. Returning to talk about the response to the coronavirus disease COVID-19 pandemic being broadcast from inside the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. President Donald Trump said there had to be more help for Americans suffering from the economic tailspin brought about by the new coronavirus, in a possible hint he wants Congress to pass another aid bill. The comment came the day before the U.S. Senate returns to Washington after Congress has passed $3 trillion US, an equivalent to 2.40 trillion pounds sterling, intended to ease the heavy economic toll of the crisis. It is not your fault, said President Trump in a virtual town hall on Fox News held at the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. Democrats have made clear they want to provide a sizable rescue package for state and local governments as part of a border bill one that could total over 2 trillion US dollars, while some Republicans criticize the idea as unreasonably expensive. And that's today's package of the Standard Voice News, but here is the recap of the major headlines. Governor Bello Muhammad Matole has condoled with the family of late Emir of Kauran Namoda. NCDC boss enjoins the governor of Kano State, Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, to keep fit. Dangote Foundation contracts 54 molecular diagnostics to help contain COVID-19 in Kano State. And on the international scene, Trump says more needs to be done to ease economic ease of coronavirus pandemic. And on behalf of the production team and engineers under the leadership of the head of news and current affairs, Alhaji Ibrahim Garbat Now, I am Ibrahim Dosara saying goodbye and Assalamu alaikum.